is your top 5 list?
Okay, I figured everybody would probably cover like TV shows, movies, things like that. So I figured since I'm the heavy metal Star Wars fan and evil genius, I do some metal bands. 'Cause I know Fez down there. He's a metal fan, so you might appreciate this. I actually even wrote some things down to try to be more professional here.
All right.
So
Wow.
yes.
First time for everything.
Yeah.
This is true. Okay. Can I share my screen?
Mhm.
All right.
If you can, let's see.
How does that work anyway? Oh, the button.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Press the button. Press the button. Let her loose.
Let's see. Okay, there we go.
Am I up?
Oh no! Oh!
Oh.
Now
Okay.
that's professional.
Show
Okay,
off.
so it's not just metal bands.
Put the
it's
rest of
metal
us to
bands.
shame already.
It's metal bands you probably never heard of but should have.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, because in my opinion they were just as good as any other band that was big back in the 80s, but maybe they didn't have the right marketing or maybe released the wrong singles, but they were great bands. So number 5, Leatherwolf. Okay, they formed in Huntington Beach, California in 1981. They released 5 studio albums. The band has earned the name Triple Axe Attack for pioneering the use of a 3-guitar lineup in heavy metal. Some of my favorite songs from the band include The Calling, Wicked Ways, Street Ready, Hideaway, and Thunder. Very underrated band, very worth checking out. The stuff still sounds great to this day. They're still doing things to this day. Check them out. Number 4, Crimson Glory. Crimson Glory formed in 1983 in Sarasota, Florida, and were considered one of the pioneers of American progressive metal movement, along with Queensryche, Dream Theater, and Fates Warning. So if you like those bands, you would love these guys. They lost their singer. His name was Midnight on July 8th, 2009 to stomach aneurysm. And in 2010, Todd LaTorre became their new frontman until 2012 when he replaced Jeff Tate as vocalist for Queensryche. But this is one band that I couldn't imagine my life without. Their second album right here, Transcendence, every song on that is killer. If you like progressive metal, you like the little more smarter things in music rather than just love songs and this and that, you should check it out. Great band. All right. Number 3, Lizzie Borden. All right, Lizzie.
I've heard of
them.
Great band. Lizzie Borden formed in
I've
1983
heard
in
their
Los
songs.
Angeles.
Yeah, they're awesome.
They're a killer band. They were founded by brothers Gregory Charles, aka Lizzie Borden, and Joey Scott Hargis. They were influenced by Van Halen, Iron Maiden, Black Sabbath, and Judas Priest. So if you like any of those bands, you would dig them too. The shock rock stage theatrics contain enough blood and guts to make even Kiss and Alice
I loved
Cooper
all those
envious.
bands.
Yep. So you would like Lizzie. Some of my favorite songs from them: "Give 'Em the Axe," "Love You to Pieces," "Dead Serious," "American Metal," and "Me Against the World." When you're like feeling down and like the world is out to get you, "Me Against the World" is a great song. All right. Number 2, Metal Church.
Heard of them.
Metal Church formed in San Francisco in 1980, then relocated to Aberdeen, Washington under the name Shrapnel before changing their name officially to Metal Church in 1983. On May 10th, 2005, original vocalist David Wayne died of complications from injuries sustained in a car accident. On July 26th, 2021, Mike Howe, Metal Church's second vocalist, committed suicide. So the band's future is currently in question, but some of my favorite songs from them are Beyond the Black, Gods of Wrath, Ton of Bricks, Watch the Children Pray, Badlands, and Date with Poverty. Now, one thing that has always been kind of a joke amongst me and my family is if I was to be a professional wrestler, the song Ton of Bricks off the album The Dark, their second album right here, would be my song, because I'll tell you what, there's no other song on this planet that makes me feel like punching somebody in the face when I listen to Ton of Bricks. So Very, very underrated band. If you like Metallica and Megadeth, things like that, this band is just as good as them, and in my opinion, should be one of the big four, but unfortunately, they're not. So anyway, on to the number one. In my view, the most underrated band on this planet, Raven. Okay. Raven formed in Newcastle, England in 1974 by brothers John and Mark Gallagher. They have released 14 studio albums. Part of the new wave of British heavy metal scene, they're often referred to as athletic rock, which is one of the things that I think worked against them. Anyway, Raven is also considered a major influence and inspiration on the development of the thrash, speed, and power metal genres. Headliners Raven, notably, had a then relatively unknown Metallica open for them on Metallica's first ever national tour. It can be said, arguably, that without Raven, there may never have been a Metallica. And as a huge Megadeth fan myself, I couldn't imagine my life without Megadeth or the mighty Raven. That's why, to this day, I am a Raven lunatic for life. Some of my favorite songs from Raven are Crash Bang Wallop, On and On, The Power and the Glory, Rock Dogs, On the Wings of an Eagle, and Juggernaut. Now, let me just say, the album Stay Hard. Okay, I know it's funny. It's a funny title, but it's very metal. I got to say, that album right there, in some of the darkest times in my life, I've listened to that album, and it has pulled me through. So when people make fun of heavy metal and say it's noise and things like that, it really offends me, because without heavy metal in my life, yes, there's Star Wars, but I don't know. There's just something about music. I just can't imagine still being here without the album Stay Hard. Killer album, worth a listen. Okay, that's my top 5. So
Great.
Hope I
That's
didn't
a
bore
very-
anybody or anything, but
No, that was great.
And you heard it right here, folks. He said he was a Raven lunatic.
yes.